This video will cover the features and functionalities of Softpro Live. Softpro Live is a customizable transaction management tool that allows Proform users to provide all authorized parties secure access to the status of their files. The features of this tool will be shown in this video in the Softpro Select version of our software. However, keep in mind that Softpro Live is available across all versions of the software that we offer, and the functionalities will be no different from one to another. To launch Softpro Live from inside the Proform module in Select, click the Publish button along your Proform ribbon or your 360 ribbon. In the classic versions of the software, Live can be accessed from your list of Softpro 360 vendors. Once you have launched the product, it will first ask you which of your Proform orders you would like to link with. Select the appropriate order and click OK. This will open up the Softpro Live module where you will make all of the decisions as to what information is posted to the website, as well as which parties have access to view those pieces of information and receive email notifications when the information is added or updated. The first tab you see along the top of this screen is the Order tab. This displays a summary of what information is currently posted on the website, as well as a summary of how many items each party currently has permission to view. Clicking on the information icon next to any party will open up a user details screen, which will display a list of all items that the party has permission to view and whether they are receiving email alerts for changes to those items. Any of these permissions can be edited here, and this will be reflected appropriately in the other tabs where this information is housed. From the Order tab, you also have the ability to apply a template with preset information and permissions. To apply a template, simply select the template from the list of available templates and click Apply. Whichever template is currently being applied to the order will be in bold. To create or edit a template, use the buttons at the bottom of this section. When creating or editing a template, you will be able to create rules and set permissions for those rules based off of commonalities among the transaction types that would apply to that template. As you make selections for the rule, it is spelled out in a sentence so that it is easy to understand what exactly that rule will be accomplishing. Templated rules and permissions can be set for each of the types of data that can be posted to the web. Templates can also be set to automatically be applied to certain transaction types. Back on our main screen, we can then navigate through the tabs along the top to determine what data we would like to post to the web. The first tab, Documents, will show a list of any documents that are already contained in the Attachments, or SP Image section, of our Proform order. Any documents defined by a rule in the templates will be checked here automatically, and the appropriate permissions applied. Any of these permissions can be changed, and that will be easily identifiable because that will show in red versus blue for your templated permissions. You can revert to the template settings by clicking the blue arrow button. You can also choose not to post that document altogether by clicking the Remove button at the top. To post a document that is not defined by a templated rule, simply highlight the document and then set the appropriate permissions. You can also attach a document that is not already in your Proform order by clicking the Browse button. This will navigate out to your local computer where you can select the document and then again apply the appropriate permissions. In the next tab, Contacts, you will make determinations about which parties can see the contact information for the other parties on the transaction. Again, any permissions that have been set in your template will flow through to this section automatically. To set permissions for a contact not defined in your template, simply highlight the contact in the list and set the appropriate permissions. The next tab, Activities, will be a combination of your checklist and requested track items. As with the previous tab, any template-defined rules will flow through to this section automatically. To set permissions for parties to view the status of any tasks not defined in a template, highlight the task and set the appropriate permissions. You also have the option in this section to link a document related to the activity rather than posting it as a standalone document. For example, I can include a copy of the payoff statement along with the status of that payoff. I can also verify the permission settings, edit the name of the document, or unlink it by clicking the appropriate button to the right. Lastly, we have a tab for adding notes. Again, any rules for notes can be defined in the template, and that would then automatically apply the appropriate permissions, such as in this case, or I can add any additional note needed and apply the permissions. At any time as we navigate these tabs and make our data selections, we can access the user details screens for a contact and view or edit the permissions that have been set. Once we have made all of the appropriate data selections and permission settings for this posting, we will click the Post button at the bottom of our module. This will submit the data out to the website and generate the applicable email messages. An example of the email message can be seen here. Both the email messages as well as the website can be customized for your organization to include your logo and color scheme as well as a custom URL. Softpro Live also offers smartphone apps so that the transaction details can be viewed by anyone on the go via their Android or iPhone devices. Once logged into the website, the customer will see a list of all Softpro Live transactions that they have been added to. This list will show some of the basic data for each transaction and can be sorted by any of these criteria by clicking at the top of the column. They can also filter the data based off of any of these criteria using the filter button at the top of the columns, or they can run a keyword search on the top right-hand side of this grid. Any orders that have been recently added will be noted with a star icon, and any orders that have been recently updated will be noted with a clock icon. There is also a document icon noting how many documents are attached to each order based off of the permissions to view these, of course, and they can view these documents immediately from here by clicking on that icon. To view details of the order in its entirety, click the View button on the right. This will open a new tab showing all of the data items that have been posted and that the customer has permissions to view, as well as give them a breakdown of the basic details of the order at the top, along with a Google map of the property. As they navigate through each of the tabs below, which correspond with each of the sets of data that have been posted by the Softpro user, they will be able to see each of these items based off of their permissions. They will be able to view additional information and download items where applicable. The Softpro Live website also offers a web order entry module for an additional fee. If your organization has added this module, your customers will see a place order button on the website and will be able to use that to submit an order to you via the website. The web order entry page will provide them with fields for any and all applicable data, and there are several shortcuts contained in this feature to make this entry easier for them. They also have the option to select one or more documents to submit along with the order, as well as add notes related to the order. Upon submitting the order, the customer will receive an email confirmation and receipt to the email address associated with their account. They will also see this transaction listed in the Requests tab for their reference. The Softpro user will also receive an email notification that a new order has been placed via the web. As we move back into Proform, we will see this order that was submitted listed in the Softpro 360 queue. This will show as a new Softpro Live transaction. From here, double-clicking or highlighting the transaction and clicking Next Step will open a review screen showing all of the data that has been submitted with this order. At the top of this screen, you will have the option to either link this data to an existing order or to create a new order to link this. Below that, you will see a breakdown of all of the data and documents that have been submitted. You can choose not to include any data by unchecking the box, or edit the data by using the Edit button to the right. You can also view the documents by clicking on the PDF icon, giving you the chance to review those prior to accepting them into your order. Once you have reviewed all of the data, clicking Accept will prompt the system to populate this data into the linked order. This concludes our overview of the features and functionalities of SoftPro Live. For any questions or additional information related to this product, please contact SoftPro at 1-800-848-0143.